Now, Nintendo recently had its Nintendo Direct. This is a non-Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. So a lot of persons was not concerned about this Nintendo Direct. It did have some games, however. For example, Dragon Quest HD 2D 1 and 2 was announced. Metroid Prime, they showed more, gameplay of Metroid Prime. In addition to that, they would have shown over, the mechanics of the new Pokemon Z and A. So nothing much to talk about. But what stole the show for the gaming streets is what Jeff Grubb said. You see, Jeff Grubb made a very interesting prediction about this Nintendo Direct.
We thinking like third party.
There will be yes. I'll say, God, I wonder how I can phrase this. The reason I heard about a Direct originally is because of a partner game, and I think that when we get out of this Direct, no matter like what is the most exciting game, there will be one game that causes the most conversation, and it won't be about Nintendo necessarily. That's all I can say. I'm sorry for teasing it, but
Yes, Soldier Boy, you heard him correct. He said it's going to have one third-party game that would have the streets talking. Now, when the pony community heard what Jeff Grubb said, they thought that this would have been an Xbox game. Yes, a once Xbox exclusive. They thought that they were going to gloat, they were going to meme, they were going to, tweet whole day when, this Xbox game is announced for the Nintendo platform. This is what the ponies thought. Notice what they said when they heard what Jeff said. J-Dub tweeted, Microsoft to announce a plethora of first-party games on tomorrow's Nintendo Direct, with even more to follow next week. Xbox fanboys were so worried about PlayStation, they forgot to see their real enemy. How will they spin this? Even Jimmy Neutron thought that Xbox games would have shown up at this Nintendo Direct because of what Jeff Grubb said. Listen.
I think there's a very slim chance Silk Song's there. Like, we always, everybody always thinks, oh, Silk Song. Because Silk Song's clearly getting ready to do something. They just updated Steam recently, like literally this week. So that's a little fishy. Could be an Xbox game. According to Jeff Grubb, something is going to be here that's going to cause a lot of discussion. So,
yes, these ponies heard what Jeff said, and they concluded that at this Nintendo Direct, Xbox would have released a plethora of games coming to the PlayStation platform. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I know eventually Microsoft is going to bring more games to the Nintendo Switch, like how they had Minecraft, like how they had Ori, and even Skyrim. Yes, Microsoft have been providing Nintendo with games throughout the generation and even then some. So if you did not watch the Nintendo Direct today, you might be asking, which game was shown from Xbox that is coming to Nintendo? Well, let me just tell you how Jimmy would have felt after that show. Listen, and you could guess what showed. Listen to what Jimmy is saying here.
What the frick? What the frick, Grubb? Where's the big thing?
Yes, these ponies thought they were getting something big from Xbox. Instead, what did they get?
You get nothing!
So it seems like in this Nintendo Direct, no Xbox game was announced for the Nintendo platform. Most likely they'll be waiting on the Switch 2 to announce, some of the older games to Switch 2. So the question is, if Nintendo did not get any Xbox games, who games did they get? We're going to talk about that today. We'll also talk about how Xbox games are some of the best in the world. Yes, we're going to talk about how the PlayStation community is showing everyone that Xbox games are better even than PlayStation games. We'll talk about that. So you know what? Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
let's get it. Before we continue the video, guys, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. We are just 30 subs away from hitting our goal of 4,000 subscribers. So if this type of content interests you, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Thanks in advance. Now let's get back to the video. First up, Digital Foundry is exposing the PlayStation 5 Pro again. I mean, at this point, the PlayStation 5 Pro can't catch a break. Look at this.
In reality, PS5 Pro still often sits between the 1440p to 4K range. It does not hit a native 4K in most typical scenarios, but having a more powerful GPU in PS5 Pro still results in a higher average pixel count shot for shot compared to the base model.
Sometimes I get so fed up of laughing at these ponies. You know what? I'm holding auditions to interview a new laugher. We have a contestant here. Do you sure you can laugh at these ponies in a wonderful way?
Ask everybody here. I can tell you, it's my laughing. It's natural. God, it's gifted of God. Yeah.
You call this laughing what? What is the name?
It's money laughing, but I don't have money.
You know what, my brother? I like that laugh. Don't worry, I'll fix you up. So, I mean, the PlayStation community should be ashamed at this point that the PlayStation 5 Pro is not consistent. I mean, I don't know how again we could tell you that it is not consistent. Yes, some games are running better on the PlayStation 5 Pro, but not all games. That is clear and that is facts. So as the PlayStation PSSR continues to struggle, we have ponies in denial. Yes, they are convinced that Sony will start backpedal their putting games onto Nintendo and to PC. Listen to this scope session.
Do you think, Blaze, we are going to see Sony kind of step back from the PC? Me and Detzinger were going back and forth on a good conversation earlier about this. Will they step back from the PC a little bit or slow it down?
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Because they're not making a ton of money on that, and they've already said they don't really want to go day and date, especially with single player games. So why would they pull GT7 still selling like crazy on the console? So why wouldn't they stop the port on that and they stopped the port on another game? I can't remember which one it was.
Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
Yeah. Listen, you would think out of every game PlayStation's ever ported to PC, you'd think Gran Turismo would be number one on the list. There's so many Sims and all these car games always do well. I said this on Solidcast 3 weeks ago. I people call me crazy. I think Sony's about to pull a Michael Jackson, dude. I'm telling you. And they're gonna moonwalk all this back, bro. Listen, whatever's on there is on there. But going forward, look, look, man, call me crazy, Mooch, but I feel like something changed, and I do feel like there's a chance that this shit could go left. Listen, people act like it can't happen. Xbox had games on PC years back, and then they removed it. So why are you acting like it can't happen to PlayStation? Xbox had Gears of War, Halo on PC, and then they stopped doing it. So it's like it's not like something that's never been done before.
Right.
So I feel like it can happen, and I think I'm a traditional guy, Mooch. I think it's beneficial for the consumer. For me, owning a PlayStation 5, because I say this all the time. If you give me a reason not to own a PlayStation, I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not.
Same. I feel the exact same way.
What delusion these guys honestly think Sony's going to walk back after saying that putting games on the PC is like printing money. Did you guys forget that? Did you guys forgot that Yoshida would have said that putting games on PC is like printing money? Why would Sony even consider walking back that strategy? But you see, it's not only putting games on PC. We have more evidence in that recent Nintendo Direct to prove that Sony is putting not only games on PC, but it's putting games on Nintendo. Listen.
Sony will officially publish more Nintendo Switch games in 2025. Sony will publish more Nintendo Switch games in 2025.
Damn!
As 3 more were revealed during March's Nintendo Direct, including 2 PSP classics. During today's Nintendo Direct for March 2025, It was announced that Sony will be publishing more Nintendo Switch games in 2025. Two fantastic PSP titles will be making their way to Nintendo's hybrid handheld, as well as a brand new entry in a rather ridiculous and beloved PlayStation Golf series. 3 new Sony-published games were announced for Nintendo Switch during March 2025's Nintendo Direct. The games include the first 2 Patapon titles and a new Everybody's Golf entry. Only the Patapon games have a firm release date. Nintendo Directs are always a fun watch if you're a Switch owner, but today's had some surprising reveals for PlayStation fans as well. Almost as soon as the Direct kicked off, we were met with a trailer for Patapon 1+2 Replay, which will hit the Nintendo Switch on July 11th, 2025. If this has given you a spark to get on and grind those Patapon remaster trophies, or
How about new, you crazy Dutch bastard?
or complete the set with all the Patapon 2 remastered trophies as well, then don't worry. Patapon 1+2 Replay will be coming to PS5 Day 1, so you can collect a new set of trophies for your collection. The third game that Sony is publishing for Nintendo Switch is perhaps the most exciting. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots is a brand new entry in the silly golf series we all know and love from all the way back on the PS1, PS2, and, of course, PS3. If you're curious, Hot Shots Golf was the name for the series in the US. So it looks like this latest entry is blurring the lines in the same way the Yakuza series did with Yakuza Like a Dragon.
I love to see it. PlayStation is a third-party publisher. How could these ponies spin this now? It's older games. It's games that was dead. It's games. It's not AAA games. However you want to spin it, Sony ponies. The fact is that these games are being published by Sony, and guess what? They are Sony titles. They were on Sony platform, for years. So this is very clear. The same thing that you are saying Microsoft is doing, PlayStation is doing the same thing, just PlayStation is trying to drip feed it to you ponies and jabronis. The fact is this: Sony is not making enough money, and because of that they need to do this. If it is that you guys were enough, the PlayStation community, the ponies were enough for the investors and for the company, they would see no need to be putting games on PC and also Nintendo Switch. The mere fact that they are doing that is enough evidence to prove that here what? Sony is not making enough money on the PlayStation platform alone. So how do you like those potatoes? And finally, for generation upon gaming generation, the PlayStation community have been saying that here what? The PlayStation games, PlayStation first party games is the best. There is no other games like PlayStation games. And they have been saying, Microsoft can't make good games. It's not of quality. It's not of this. It's not of that. But it just so happened that when the same Xbox games that these guys were saying, here what? These games are not quality. These games are no good. Now, look at the damage that Xbox games are doing on a PlayStation platform. Look at this.
Upcoming Xbox releases top PlayStation stores in multiple regions. Despite how Xbox fans feel about Microsoft releasing their first-party software on their biggest rival's platform, there's no denying it certainly seems to be achieving what Xbox are after, selling more games. Now, as we approach the release of both Indiana Jones and The Great Circle and Forza Horizon 5 to PlayStation in April, both upcoming Xbox releases top the PlayStation Store in multiple regions for pre-orders, as seen across PlayStation stores in US, Canada, UK, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Germany, and France. Both the Deluxe/Premium and Standard editions for Forza Horizon 5 and Indiana Jones and The Great Circle are enjoying top spots, beating out titles like Death Stranding 2 or Days Gone Remastered. It looks like there's no denying a good game is a good game, and PlayStation fans are in for a treat when both titles land on the platform next month. Despite being several years old, Forza Horizon 5 is one of the best racing games ever made, in a genre that has sorely missed on the PlayStation side of things for a while now. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was critically very well received when it released late last year. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle isn't an average game. It's something truly special. It's got its flaws, but it's an irresistible invitation to wear the fedora of one of my childhood heroes, to crack the whip and fully embrace the thrill of discovery and embark on a genuinely fantastic adventure.
So finally, we could put the debate to rest. It's very clear that Xbox games are better quality and better all-around games than PlayStation games. This particular instance has proven it. Not only are these older games beating back games like Death Stranding 2. I mean, that game, according to ponies, will melt your eyes out, but yet Indiana Jones and Forza destroyed Death Stranding 2. Not even talking about Days Gone. Days Gone is not even in the top 6 games. So what could these ponies say? No wonder why Sony is not putting any games onto Xbox, because they still see Xbox as a major threat. Look at this. So ponies, how would you guys spin this? There are Xbox games that are better than PlayStation games. You have decided that. You have ordered Xbox games, or pre-order Xbox games more than PlayStation. Now, what are we going to do with this here now, ponies? How are we going to rectify this issue we are having? So let me hear what you guys think about all of this in the comment sections below. Are you seeing that right now Xbox is poised to dominate? Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.